Everyone, welcome back to week 6 of building Wellsworth. This week, as I said last week, is kind of a hodgepodge, and unfortunately I didn't have a lot of time, so there's not a lot that gets done. We only covered 2 things this week. Again, I apologize for the footsteps. 2 things we cover is track and getting the station walls almost complete. I just got one side left, and I'm kind of working towards getting the parts I need to finish that off. And yeah, so go ahead, sit back, relax, and enjoy the short week 6 of building Wellsworth. Alright, so as I kind of said in the beginning of the video, this is going to be a short hodgepodge week of stuff, mainly because I've been really busy with school. I've had to reevaluate my time studying and my Lego time and work. So unfortunately, I do have to put more time into my studies just because it's how it is. And for anyone who's in school or college even, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. What does that mean? As I said earlier, I kind of talked about that. But right now, I want to show you what I have gotten done. So main station building. Sorry, the light's coming in just right. I have no way to block that. If I angle, you can see here, front walls, back walls, and the right side are done. All the walls are up, done, and you can even see I started adding in some roof slopes just to kind of get a look at how this is going to go. You can see over here, I still got this wall left. Mainly, I need to get more windows, as you can see down there. I'm even missing a couple. So the goal is when I get more windows, I should have just enough of these nougat bricks to finish the walls of this building. What does that mean? Unfortunately, that means I'm out of these nougat bricks again. You can see here, this is all I have left. So it should be enough once the windows are on to finish this off, because the windows do take up quite a bit of space. You can kind of see over here that I'm trying to block the light a little bit, but you can see it takes up a good third of the wall. So we don't have to worry about running out of bricks to finish this station building. What does that mean? Like I said, I got to order more of these, but I also got to order roof slopes because I wasn't sure yet if my plan for the roof was going to work. I am 2 of these bricks short, which I think are going to be easy for me to get a hold of. I might look at Bricklink, eBay, other sets. I don't know yet. I'll get it whatever way I deem necessary and simple. But I want to show you that. I kind of wish I showed you the beginning before I started, but I have showed you the station building before, so I wasn't too worried initially about that. The next step with this, obviously the roof, and then the detail on the platform cover. That's kind of what I want to work on next for the main station building. And I actually am going to have to make the second station building a little bigger. It's not going to be any longer, but it is going to have to come back a little bit so I can get the windows with the right kind of proportions like this. Since they look exactly like this, I need to actually increase the width, so from platform back, so everything kind of fits in proportionally. That won't be done this week, unfortunately, but I might kind of start feeling out distance. Lastly, I put together a whole bunch of track. Some of this is actually old track I have because of the holidays, Halloween. I've actually borrowed some track from here for my display up in our living room. So I'm actually going to go ahead in a second and lay all this track down, see what we have, and I'm going to talk about the track. So let me get the track in place and we can talk more. Okay, so here's the track. As I said, I was going to lay it out real fast. I keep them grouped in sections of 2s or sections of 3s, just so they're easy to pick up and move. For the most part, you can see, this section is done. Again, I apologize for the light. I have nothing right now that'll block it. I got to get, a little blanket or something or towel to put up there for times like this. But pretty much everything from the edge of the platform to where it ends over here is done, is track-wise. So the ballasting and the ties are all on. I still need to get more tan to put between, and as you can see, I still got another base plate and a half roughly to cover, depending on which line we're talking about. As we move down here for the siding and the switch into the yard, I got a lot more to do. It took me a little bit to, so let me move that. Move these. Move my ghost train. So as you can kind of see over here is I got this switch, The curve, I'm going to wait until, it's kind of one of the last things I'm going to do. I'll ballast it, but it won't be until later. And then I got to finish off ballasting here. I ran out of the dark stone gray studs a while back, and I was trying to get everything fitted in, so I just threw these track sections on there. Looking back, I probably should have used one of the few I had done, but I don't think that far ahead, so I am going to have to tear this up. It's not in place. You can kind of see that there's a couple places that are stuck down, but a lot of it's flimsy. I'm not going to actually attach the track directly to the base plate for several reasons. One, it's going to be a huge mess to clean up, and then two, I wouldn't even stick them all on if I would to the end in case I got to move them or do something. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to doing these sections for ballasting, mainly because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to, or not talk about, but there's a lot of other stuff to do beforehand, especially because I want to get all the tan down, the yard kind of ground down before I figure out how I'm going to ballast these curved sections like this. I want it done pretty much like this before I go ahead and put it in. Since a lot of this is going to be loose around the curves, I don't want to add them in until the mock's pretty much done. I'll probably add those in and then add in the engines and the rolling stock, and that'll be it. So without further ado, we're actually just going to go ahead and end out this video. So I'll see you there. Actually, I did forget something I did work on this week before I close out the video. So at the end of the platforms, I have these ramps. I actually went ahead on this platform, on the front edges, over here and over here, I did go ahead and build this kind of slope system. However, after I got my parts in, I was able to finish off the slope side. So really all this piece does is it just sits, and I think it connects fine. It's not perfect, but definitely when you're kind of getting in these slopes and these angles, sometimes you gotta just work with what Lego will do for you. I'm sure someone's figured it out, done this. I probably could even just use slopes like this, reorganize it and just slope all the way down. But I like this because it continues the platform pattern of studs. Because another thing I've been trying to do is, I think I've said that through a lot of my recent builds, is balancing stud and tile, especially in kind of when I'm building structures or bases or, platforms, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. The other thing I'm kind of deciding on is, you can kind of see here I have one of the fence pieces up here. If I want to put the fence up now when I do the cover, or if I want to wait to the end like I am with some other small details. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and end off the video. And that was week 6, as I said in that very short intro. There wasn't a lot going on this week, just the track. I got a couple more pieces done, and the station. Unfortunately, I'm at that point again where I'm out of parts. And due to some larger purchases I had to make this past month, that's not Lego related, I wasn't able to order in parts like I was hoping to. What does that mean for next week? That means two things. One of two things. I can either go over some of the rolling stock and some of the engines I might be using, even though you kind of seen a couple on here. I could go over that, or I could just take a break, order stuff in. I did run to the Lego store actually later today as I'm recording this part of the video, and I did get more tan plates, so I could be doing that. I also talked about how I have to expand the size of the second station building a little bit more. So that could be one of the few things we talk about next week too. And if I do that, I can covering more of the ground and expanding out the station building. I could go over the rolling stock and engines. I was kind of hoping to wait till, closer to the end where it was like, all right, we're going to talk about this, and the next time you see everything, they'll all be on there. But I know as I'm kind of struggling to get in parts, it might be better to talk about some of the engines and stuff we're putting on. I know like a lot of the Star Wars builders, when they do the Star Wars building series, if they're building a custom vehicle, like pretty much all my vehicles for this build are going to be custom, but all of them are built except for some rolling stock. So really, I don't have to go through and build it with you all on screen, but I might as well talk about it. I do have a character I got to make some modifications to, possibly 2 if I go with this other character. So we could go over that next week, modifying the 2 characters I'm considering. One I know for sure will be in the mock, the other one I'm not sure yet. So let me know in the comments down below, those of you who tune in every week, what you would like to see. I can take a break, I can go over the engines, or I can go over some more groundwork. So either we'll go over engines next week and then groundwork and take a break, or we'll take a break, groundwork, engines, that because unfortunately I think I meant to talk about engines and rolling stock sooner than I'd like to if I want to keep the weekly segments going. So comment down below what you would like to see for next week. But as I'm saying that too is I've had to reevaluate my time with school and work. So what does that mean? That means I will not be building as much. I will not be running to the stores as much to pick up stuff, parts. Obviously I do a lot of my part obtaining through online, so that's a little easier. But because of this work and school, I have to reevaluate my time. Does that mean I'm going to pause this and not work on this at all? No. What does that mean? There are chances where either weeks it'll be like this week, really short, or I'm going to skip a week just because I didn't have time to do anything. My goal is to keep small Monday videos coming out for you, such as mini mocks or engine reviews or rolling stock reviews. I don't think I've had rolling stock reviews in a little bit. I just don't think I've had anything to review. I'll have to go back and look. I might have some that I can talk about now. But with that being said, I just got to reevaluate my time, and that it's just what it is. Anyone who's in my position, I'm 22. I'm still in college, and if you've been here, you're in high school, you're in college, it's just a lot of work. So I just thought I'd let you know and be honest with you all that, I may not have a segment one week just because I didn't have the time. And I'd rather skip a week and maybe I only did one or two little things during the week and then wait, and then when the second week would kind of come around, I'd have more done. So I'd rather do that. But do let me know down in the comments how you think the next few weeks should go. There's going to have to be a break in there. I've conceded to the fact about the engines and the rolling stock, like I've already said, and I still need to talk about the groundwork. So again, those of you who like to tune in every week and watch these segments, please comment down below what you would like me to do next. And for those of you waiting for more Star Wars or not Thomas the Tank Engine related stuff, I promise it's coming. But as I said, with reevaluating my time, it's just something that's going to fall into the rug. With school back in session, I know there are a lot of Lego YouTubers in general, Lego mock makers that don't have the time they used to over the summer. So I'm going to do my best to balance everything, but I got to prioritize. I want to thank you all for watching. Please leave a comment down in the comment section about what I talked about today. Please like or dislike this video. Lets me know how I'm doing, and if I should keep doing these weekly segments, or maybe I should change them to bi-weekly, something a little different, Otherwise, I will see you in my next video.